Hey, good morning. It's Michelle with Live Life Whimsically. Here in this channel, we talk about other creators. We talk about witchcraft. We talk about real estate. We talk about all kinds of stuff as I try to find my niche in the big social media platform that we call YouTube. Welcome to the third day of 2023. I decided to pull the card today. This is what I'm going to be doing every day now until next New Year's Eve, because I'm on a journey. I'm on a spiritual journey, and I'm on a journey in my personal life too. At 61 years old, I'm basically starting all over. So I wanted to today, I think, and I probably will do it all the time. Maybe not. I don't know. I waited. Usually like to pull the cards first thing in the morning, but the old lady that I am is up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning. Most people aren't usually up then. So I thought it'd be best if I waited and pulled it with you guys. I mean, I could always pull it first and then come out and talk about it. But I feel like I get more, I'd rather give you my first impressions of the card. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Do not take anything as I say as fact. And let's just see what they want me to do. This is my whole theme for this year, because I themed my year because I watched another witch who has a YouTube channel talk about theming her year. And the theme for me is finding myself, finding the person I was supposed to be before all the trauma and fucked up people in my life tried to tell me who I was. So that's what I'm doing. And so yesterday was the King of Cups, which was to be in control of your emotions. And today, what are you guys going to tell me today? How are we going to build on that? I'm keeping a little bit of a magical journal too, which is something I haven't done before, actual pen and paper. I'll probably put some spell work in there too. I had a small coven that I belonged to several years ago. This just popped into my head the other day. And it was only 3 of us. And I really, really miss the other 2 women that I did the coven with. Belora is one, and the other one just moved out of the state years ago. And I miss the heck out of that coven. That's probably the best coven I was ever in. But anyway, I digress. Let's see what they say. Sometimes they pop right out at you and they fall out while you're trying to shuffle them, and then that's the one. But I just kind of do it 3 or 4 times and then flip the first one over, and now I get the Page of Wands. I have a lot of movement happening in my life, a lot of fire energy, because that's what wands are. And the page, so the interesting thing that I learned about tarot cards back in the day, and pages in particular, are pages are usually the little kids. They're usually young, because back then in the old times when there were courts of people that were, kings and queens, and they had courts and courtiers and all that stuff, the pages were the little kids that were kind of smart, but also kind of went unseen. And so they could pick up tidbits of information and take them all over the place and relay them to people. So when I see a page, I generally think it's some sort of a message. This could be a message from somebody in the physical plane, or this could be a message from somebody in the spiritual and astral plane. And so I'm going to pull the book out so we can look at it. And just know, again, wands are all about movement and spark in life. It's associated with fire. So the first of the court cards. Explosive creativity. That has been part of the theme too, is to find my creativeness. Because when I was young, what I really wanted to do was sing, dance, and make people laugh. I wanted to write poetry, which I've already said this a few times if you've been watching. That's probably why I throw so many lyrics out when I'm drunk, because those are the things that resonate with me most. Sometimes I don't like a song until I slow down long enough to look at the lyrics, and I'm like, well, how did I miss this? Explosive creativity and infectious enthusiasm, ideas aplenty, creative beginnings, a newly found inspiration, honing a new skill or passion, curiosity, and trying new things, gifting yourself permission to dream, great energy for creative ideation and brainstorming, a youthful spark. This page is a free spirit who carries infectious enthusiasm with her. Delight in her youthful, raw, and exuberant creative energy, and pay attention to the new ideas that are bubbling to the surface at this time. You will find flashes of inspiration here. inspiration that comes bundled with massive potential. If you are feeling the creator angst of not having any solid plans to bring these insights to life, let go of your need to formalize your plans right now. Okay, so that I really needed to hear because I have big plans, but I have no idea how I'm going to put these into play because most of my life I have been a passenger in the car that was driven by somebody else. And right now, it's pretty much me taking the wheel. And I've never had to do this before, ever. Went from parents to husbands to, you know, other people that needed help that picked up the adulting for me. And I'm literally going to have to do this myself. And I know it. And I have been really fretting. What am I going to do? So this right here is telling me just take a minute. It's going to be okay, girl. We got you. Giving your ideas the space they need to develop before sharing them prematurely will allow their wings to fully form. Their potency is limitless. Let them breathe. Spend any extra time in the pursuit of the imagination. And if you are feeling any lack of ambition or drive, or feeling devoid of the inspiration that this card illuminates, know that you will find this fire when you yourself allow yourself to dream. As the dreamer of my dream, I spontaneously and passionately ignite this flame. So I had another reading that I had done that Belora gave to me before New Year's, like just a day or two before New Year's Eve. And one of the things that it told me to do was spend some time where I could be alone in nature, where no one would bother me. And I thought about where the heck could I go? You know, going into parks is not always a place where you cannot be bothered. There is a really cool cemetery in Bradenton that I want to take some time and go to. And I think that what I'm going to do, and I'm going to write this into my spell book today, is I want to do a spell based on the Page of Wands because of the fact that it told me to take a minute to listen, to reflect on what I'm trying to do, that if I don't feel like I have the answers will come. So I think that that's what I'm going to do is go sit in that cemetery. It's very old. It's one of the very first cemeteries that were in Bradenton, and next to that cemetery where the rich white folks live, there's an actual slave or black or paupers field next to it that I feel much more comfortable in every time I go. So I'll probably spend my time there, take a little picnic, take a little chair, take some music, take my cards, and sit out there and ruminate on what I'm supposed to be doing. After all, it's only the third day of January. It's all just beginning. And everything doesn't have to happen today. There are 360, 2 more days of the year. So I think I have time to flesh out my plans. I hope whatever you're doing today and whatever is moving with you, that you are having a good one. I hope that if you are following along on this journey, that you'll share in the comments what your card was for today and what it makes you think about, or what you think the description means. And let me do that real quick too before I pop off of here, because that's another thing that I wanted to talk to you about yesterday when we were talking about tarot and starting this journey. You know, the book is great. The book will tell you what this person who made this particular deck wants you to know about this card. But there are things about the cards that stick out to you, the reader, the querent, the person asking the question. And so you need to decide what does this card make you see? What's the first thing your eye is drawn to when you pull a card? And for me, I didn't even notice the wand in the air. I noticed her. She was freaking dancing, man. She's got one foot on the ground, one foot behind her. She's not even looking where she's going, man. She just knows she's going to get there. And she evidently threw that wand in the air to start the journey. So lots of unbridled, young, passionate, energetic energy going towards the thing that she's trying to accomplish in her life. That's what I see when I look at this Page of Wands. All the cards are different. Even the same card, you might see something different than I did. So I'd really like to know what you saw in your own card, or what do you see in this card? Can you tell me what you see and what your description of this card would be? Anyway, that's it for today. So I will see you tomorrow. Plus, I think tomorrow night, Belora and I are going to do our live thing for why we think we're just done. We've been putting this off for a couple of weeks because one or both of us couldn't make it for whatever reason. Thanks again for popping in. Like, share, subscribe, tell your friends. You know, it's a little tiny sideways coven, really, because I'm sharing with you the magical journey that I'm on. Blessed be, folks. Peace out.